Blah, fuck. Alright everyone, get your bowl of cereal ready and your jammies on, because like Saturday morning cartoons, the 2016 Week 11 BQBL recap has so much action you won't want to mess it. Oops, did I say mess it? I meant to say
he's made a mess of it.
This week brought to you by Brian Moorman from that other league that you might have heard about. Oh, you haven't? Brian Moorman was once a mainstay in first place. I mean, how does someone that has the Jets not in contention for promotion? In fact, he's only benched them once this year. Well, he either drafted bad or he's let Jamarcus Russell make his picks these last 4 weeks. But actually, even if he made his best picks, I think he'd barely be in second place.
And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. In my opinion, that sucked.
His Week 11 score of -10 has dropped him all the way to 4th and is now 100 points behind 1st. What happened? Did CNN project you to win or something? Banner Relegation Watch 2016 is growing anxious that Mr. Win is widening the relegation gap. He's now 28 points in the safe zone and 51 points from first place. Wade Wilson's woes won't weaken Win's wishes. And now on to the Week 11 standings, this week brought to you by Tyler Palco's 82 points.
Dominating!
The Rams we expect, but for Green Bay to have back-to-back 30-point weeks has truly been astonishing for a 4th-round draft pick. The only other 4th-round draft pick to do that this season is Arizona for Johnny effing Moxon in weeks 3 and 4, and you bet your ass he started them those 2 weeks too. Good work. Enjoy your 5-point lead while it lasts. Coming in at a hypothetical second place this week is Jamarcus Russell's bench, only a point off the lead. This was actually the bench's worst week of the season. While everyone else in the Kirsch League had a negative week for their bench by week 4, it took Mr. Bench until week 11 to finally record one. Better luck next week. Johnny effing Moxon remains in real second place, mostly due to his lack of 24/7 points this week and having to rely on actual bad quarterback performances. Woe to you. He's now finally done with Dallas, although now that Romo is healthy, will he have the courage to stay away? Kellen Moore drops to 3rd this week after a brief taste of 1st the week before. He picked his 2 worst teams after leaving the Bungles on the bench, but is still only 9 points out of the top spot. Chad Hutchinson drops to his lowest rank since week 1 after not picking the top 2 teams for the 3rd week in a row. He was only 10 points from his top potential score, which still would have put him in 4th, but the way this season is shaping out, those 10 points could be the difference. Cleo Lemon went with his old trusty combo of Cleve Buffalo, something he surprisingly hasn't done since week 5 when he ordered that value meal 5 times in a row. It's got him decent points, and it's keeping him in the hunt for now. In 6th place for what seems like the entire season is Spurgeon TSSS Win. His 42 points is the 2nd best for the week, and has earned him a nice buffer in front of the relegation zone. But like at the end of Toy Story where Woody lights the rocket and is aiming to make it back to the truck where all of his toy buddies are,
Buzz! We missed the truck!
Buzz Lightyear corrects him and says,
"We're not aiming for the truck!"
as it seems Spurgeon has his eyes on better things than just staying safe from relegation. Wade Wilson is Banner Relegation Watch Nation's least favorite player right now. He's criticized for not making things interesting, and more importantly, not being able to find 2 teams on his quad squad that can both score positive points. Yes, it's been possible 4 of the last 5 weeks, and no, you haven't done it once in that time. So I don't think I've ever seen this before. Tim Tebow time picked Baltimore and Seattle, and they both scored 0. So to help him out a little bit, let's give him the Giants score too. Oh, it was also 0. What about his other team? Denver. Let's see. Nope, they didn't even play. Much like the real Tim Tebow, football has not been kind to Tim Tebow time.
Holy shit, a lot has happened in the Turbush League. I forgot to update the week number to 10 last week, so now it says 11. And that's really all there is to say, really. Actually, Cave McNown is making his presence in McNome with another great week. Whedon is keeping the pace and now finds himself in the promotion zone for the first time this season. But watch out, there's a Krenzel right on your heels. Mormon slips to 4th, but is really only 13 points back and there's plenty of time to catch up. Not since week 3 has Ryan Leaf showed his face in the top 5. And is there anything good to say about Chris Winkie? I haven't seen a fall from grace like this since Bill Cosby.